All right, let's get started. Daily chart. Let's switch over to the Dow Jones Transportation. Let's do all the products. A little bit of an update here. Still pretty much just tracking sideways here in this little box. Today's September 12th. That's the cycle low. So that cycle low came yesterday, day early. And yeah, we could probably see a little bit of a bounce going on here and coming out of the hole. So I can see transportation doing the bounce here. Probably what's going to happen. All right, let's take a look at the Russell 2000. Yeah, pretty much following the transportation, right? Look at this, almost identical. So like I said the other day, there might be another cycle in here, like kind of like this. There might be this kind of thing going on. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, there's a cycle right there. See that? Here. Pretty good here, flat. Here. Here's a little late, but it's okay. And here's round the button. See that? So there's a cycle there. All right, so we can keep that in there. It's fine. It's not a perfect cycle, but it's pretty good. So that's why we have this synchronicity in products, because they have a very similar cycle. Okay. So that's what's going on there. It's probably going to bounce for a little while. Though it's at risk of going negative momentum here. It hasn't done it, but it's rarely close. So this bounce we'll have to see. I have a feeling. Well, it could, we'll have to just wait and see. I don't want to say too much because this low, if that's the low, it's definitely higher than this low. This peak was lower than that peak. So this is kind of a mixed bag of tricks here. We'll have to see what this cycle does. This next cycle here, this little one. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that. But right now I think it's going to bounce. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Very similar. Very similar. They're all have this very similar cycle. So if I were to grab a cycle here, we probably see some commonality. Right. There's this little tiny cycle in here, okay? No. I don't know. I'll make it blue for now. But there's a little cycle right there. October 8th. Something going on there. So we got the bouncy bounce going on here. And looks like momentum's trying to cross over. Probably, if this bounces a little bit more, this might go positive momentum. But for now, it's still negative. Okay. So we have to wait to see. This high may not be the high for this cycle. It could come up here, right? If it doesn't take out this high right here, which I don't think it will, and this is going to roll over, maybe like this, and down. Okay, probably what's going to happen. It may not even get up here, but we'll wait to see. Wait to see. I think it's going to run out of gas, and then roll over. Let's take a look at the Japanese market. Same thing. Following the other indices, getting ready to bounce here. This one's still negative momentum. Definitely negative momentum here. So how much of a bounce we get has a lot to do with if momentum stays negative or not. So far, it's staying negative, and this bounce may not be super strong. We're going to wait to see how it works out. There's a cycle over there, November 11th. There's probably another cycle in here. It's not as obvious in this product, though. Okay, let's look at the Japanese yen. On fire. Continues to be on fire. Momentum's super strong here. Any little pullbacks are probably a purchase. Go long. But like I said before, just be aware that there could be a low here, and this could roll over a little bit. But regardless, whatever happens after the third week of September, fourth week of September, if momentum is still positive, I'd go long on this product going into this next cycle. As long as this stays positive. So that hasn't changed, and the yen still looks super strong to me. It is absolutely kicking some butt. Very bullish. Let's look at the euro dollar. Then we'll get to some of the other products like gold and crude oil. Very strong today. Big old bounce. Big bounce day. but it's still positive momentum, but it is struggling here, right? Here it looks like it's struggling. Let's look at the British pound. Same thing, big bounce. Its momentum was a little bit stronger than the euro. So we'll have to see if this will probably bounce pretty hard, probably. Though this could come down a little bit and then do it. September 26th, can't ignore this cycle low. It may come down in here, do something, whatever. And then if momentum stays above the zero line, same thing. If it stays above the zero line, we're going to get a big old bounce coming out of there. Okay, let's look at the dollar. What's happening with the dollar? Down day. And you can tell the dollar really isn't responding very well. It's just staying down here, tracking sideways. Okay, it's going to fail probably here. I don't think it's going to go very far. Momentum is super negative in this product, in the US dollar. I just don't think it's going to do well. I think it's going to go below 100. It's going to go below 100 here, especially as we approach October 13th. Let's look at gold. What's happened with gold? Join me tomorrow morning, Friday, 7 o'clock a.m. Central Daylight Time here in Texas. We're going to cover all these products on the hourly and 2-hour charts. Some are hourly, some are 2-hour, depends on their cycle. We're going to talk about where we think things are headed for tomorrow. Okay, gold, absolute on a rampage. I saw this morning before I headed out. I had to go take care of some stuff, but look at this gold. Absolutely bullish monster. Okay, don't tell gold that it can't go long. Don't tell gold what to do. Gold is going to the moon, guys. Gold is probably, I mean, this thing could hit 2,600. Okay, we can't ignore, excuse me, we can't ignore September 26th as a possible cycle low here, though it looks a little vague to me right now because this thing is so strong. Yeah, gold continues to be just a really strong product. I think right now, going long in gold. I said it back over here. There's no reason not to go long. When it started curling up back over here, I said go long. Look at that. If you went long back over here, you would have made huge money today. A range of 49.8 and almost the entire day was up. Monster day. Sure, there's going to be pullbacks in here and whatever, but gold continues to be super strong. All right, let's look at crude oil, which is getting crushed. Crude oil, second day up, so that's a little bit of a positive sign for crude oil. I think it's going to come up here, SMI-wise, whatever. Maybe it gets up to $74 or something like this. Might even get up to 76, and then I think it's going to fail really hard. Okay, something like that. Just probably just get up in here and just fail. It's going to have, it has a lot of work to do to prove that it's going to get, this thing is so negative momentum that even if it crosses over and gets up into here, it's going to be really hard for this thing to get positive momentum from where it's at. It could happen, but it's going to take a lot of work. So for now, I think any significant bounce that looks like it rolls over, I would short it. Okay, just wait to see if it rolls over. Of course, don't start shorting now. And I wouldn't go long. Too dangerous. Let's take a look at, let's see, what else? We'll look at corn. See what's going on with the corny corn. Corn trying to go positive momentum, but can't quite pull it off. Gets up here, fails, a little bit of sideways. Yeah, we got a green day there. I think it looks like it's having a hard time. I think it fails more, probably. Probably. Though if momentum gets positive, which is pretty close to doing it here, if the slow line goes positive in the next few days, that could change things. It could take off. So, corn is interesting. It could bounce here. It's really kind of close. This could come down, do a good hard bounce, and then if positive momentum gets up into here, this thing could go up to 430. Okay, so kind of a wait and see on corn, I think. I wouldn't touch it just yet. Let's look at XLP. Green day. It did cross over a little bit today, but it is still extremely positive momentum. Very positive. September 12th. Yesterday was the cycle low. You know what, guys and gals? If it doesn't really pull back hard, then another bounce out of this cycle right here. Probably what's going to happen. I think we're going to see a bounce in the consumer staples ETF. I'd wait a little bit, Make sure you get the bouncy bounce. This thing could go up to 85. I could see it happen. All right. Let's see what else. What else we didn't cover? Let's cover the S&P 500 now. Let's do it. Big strong day. Got the bounce action going on. S&P 500 stayed positive momentum, so that's bullish. There's no two ways of getting around it. This has stayed positive momentum. Positive momentum down here. Price action is reflecting positive momentum. SMI probably isn't done. Probably more bounce going on here. Okay, will it get above up here? Will it get above this 5,669 3/4? Let's call it 5,670. Could. Yeah, it could. September 17th is kind of the middle of this cycle. September 16th. So it could run out of gas here in the next few days. It could start to run out of gas. All right. So we'll watch this. But yep, it looks, at the moment, still looks strong. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. It's been a while since we looked at the weekly for the S&P 500. Let's take a look at it. What's going on here? Yep, strong. Now the SMI is just sitting sideways. Okay, this is still pointing down. Choppiness. Weekly kind of got that choppy look, right? During the intraday, we've seen a lot of whiplash, up and down, big movements on the S&P 500, up and down. Today was pretty much just up, but yesterday was a huge whiplash day, down, then up. Okay, so here we go. I think there's still more in this probably. Got to be mindful, September 30th, might see a little rollover here, but probably not going to happen just yet. All right, going to finish up. Where's the trade of the day? Let's check out the 5-minute chart. Where is the trade of the day? Let's do it. Do we have a trade of the day in here? Wow. We most certainly do. We actually have two decent trades. I'll look at the 15-minute chart. Okay. Here's where the bread and butter is. If you really want to know the best trade of the day, there it is right there on the 15-minute chart. Let me get rid of the universe indicator. Kind of useless here in the short time frames. There it is, right there. 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock Central Daylight Time. GITTIS Plus indicator throws a signal. We got the plum candlestick says, I think there's a trade. It kind of jostles around here a little bit, and it takes off to the moon. Up, never gets down to the bottom here. Turns over, goes up. That's for sure when you see that. That's like throw every money piece of... Okay, just kidding. Don't throw everything you have in it. But take a medium to small position, whatever. You know, resist going large, but at least a medium position here. When you see this kind of stuff, it doesn't touch the bottom and turns like that. That's usually a very strong signal. And sure enough, it runs really hot. 5570 up to about 5600. That was 30 points. There's your trade of the day right there, guys. Divide by 2, we get 15. Add a couple zeros. $1,500 bucks. 1,500 biggins for one contract on the E-mini and 150 bucks on the micro. Trade of the day. You also had two trades on the 5-minute chart. We can look at that real quick. 5-minute chart. There was actually a trade right here, short, at 10:10. Okay. Then there was a really, absolutely perfect signal here on the 5-minute chart at 10:50 in the morning. Look at this thing. Beautiful. You got the momentum sitting right on the zero line. Okay. Which means whichever way the SMI goes, you can probably trust it. Sure enough, it goes up, it curls up, jump in right here, somewhere in this area. Even if we get conservative, we go from there to there. 5570 to 5600. There it is. There's the same 30 points. Okay. So whether you did it on the, I think there's two trades here. There's this little one right here, and then there's a long one right there. So maybe you made a little bit more money on the 5-minute chart, but basically almost the same trade. Huge bucks, guys and gals. I mean, the GITTIS Plus indicator, once again, is nailing these trades. Take advantage of it. Become a member. I'm sorry, not 15. Maybe I should be $15. You know, maybe I should charge a lot more money so people think, wow, this must be a great service. Maybe that's my problem. No, I'm a very conservative-oriented service. A lot of the people on the left hate that. I don't really care. $7.99. Become a member, you get nightly emails, you get streaming charts on SP 500 and gold. And of course, you get these awesome videos. You get Twitch live stream in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, most weeks. The link is in the description for the Discord server. Read the instructions, join. That's it. Happy trading, everybody. God bless everybody. Talk to you all real soon again next time.